This is Nick with logosbynick.com, and in this tutorial I'll be demonstrating how you can use GIMP to make a photo have a similar art style to the load screens from the Grand Theft Auto video game series. And in order to follow along with this tutorial, you're going to need a few resources that I will have linked in the description of the video. First, you're going to need the Gimmick plugin, and second, you're also going to need a font called Price Down if you'd like to create the text effect to go with the design. Like I said, I'll have all of these resources linked in the description of the video. And before we get started, if you'd like to learn a little more about GIMP, be sure to check out my GIMP series. It's a collection of over 60 videos where I go over all of the tools and features in GIMP, and I explain what they are and demonstrate how they work. I'll have a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. So to get started here in GIMP, as you can see, I have my photo opened up here. This is the photo I'll be using for this effect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a series of different filters and Gimmick plugins. So for the first filter I want to apply is the Unsharp Mask. So I'm going to come up here to where it says Filters. I'm going to go to Enhance, and I'm going to look for Unsharp Mask. You know what I'm going to do first, actually? I'm going to make a duplicate of this layer down here where it says Create a duplicate of the layer and add it to the image. I just want to keep a copy of the original down there just in case I need to go back to that at any point. So now I'll get started. So I'll go to Filter, Enhance, Unsharp Mask. And what I want to do is just adjust this, maybe bring the amount down a little bit, and bring the radius up. Maybe I'll bring the amount up a little more. Let me zoom in a little bit here. To zoom in, I'm just holding Control and rolling up the mouse wheel. What I'm looking for is just some more definition around the edges there. I just want to make the darker areas a little darker. And you could toggle the preview off and on to see the difference there. Something like that is what I'm going for. The settings you should use will vary based on your photo, but for this photo, those settings look pretty good. So I'll leave that as it is and click OK. And the next thing I want to apply is a cartoon filter. So I'll come up here to where it says Filters. I'll go to Artistic and click on Cartoon. And for this, what I want to do is where it says %black, I want to bring that down a lot, maybe almost to 0, as you can see there. And then I'll bring this up a little more. That's looking pretty good. I'll go ahead and click OK to leave that as it is. And now what I want to do is smooth out some of these details. So to do that, I'm going to use the noise reduction filter. So I'll go to Filters, Enhance, Noise Reduction, and I'll bring this up to like 7 or somewhere thereabouts, and then click OK. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to apply an Unsharp Mask one more time. I'll go to Filters, Enhance, Unsharp Mask, and I want to bring this up, the radius. Let me bring the amount up a little bit as well, see how that looks. If you notice, it's starting to come together now. It's starting to look like almost like an illustration. And I'm just going to tweak this a little bit until we get the right look that I'm going for. Right about there looks pretty good. I'll click OK. Again, the settings you should use will be determined by your photo. For this photo, these settings right here look pretty good. I may lower this down a little bit, actually. Okay, that's good enough. I'll click OK. And now what I want to do is apply a posterized filter. So I'll go to Colors and click on Posterized. And I'm going to bring this up to maybe 4, like that. Now again, the level you should use is dependent on your image. If I make this a little higher, you'll notice it's starting to look more like the original image. I don't want this many color scans in here, so I'm going to bring this down. I only want a few color scans in there, as you can see. I'll click OK. And what I want to do now is just smooth all of this out. So now I'm going to use the Gimmick extension for that. I'll come up here to where it says Filters and click on Gimmick. And the extension I'm using for this is Dream Smoothing, which is located under the Artistic category there. And the settings I'm using here, let me bring this up so you can see a little better. That's the look I'm going for right there. So the settings I'm using here, I have iterations all the way up to 10. Equalize at each step, I have that turned off. I have this set to alpha. This is all the way up to 1. This is at 0.9. This is at 24, 1 thread, full. So these are the settings that worked well for this image. Try these settings out on your image first and see how it looks. If it doesn't look like this, if you're not getting like a clear picture like this, maybe try tweaking them a little bit and see what works. So I'm going to click OK to finalize that. You probably have to give it a minute or two to process depending on how large your image is. This image is fairly large, so it's going to take a minute. Okay, so One last final step would be to apply the cartoon filter again one last time. So I'll come up here to where it says filters and I'll click on artistic and click on cartoon. And I want to bring this mask radius up. Now let me just zoom out a little bit so I can get a better view. If you toggle the preview off and on, you'll notice the difference here. It's just bringing out more of the colors here. It's making it look a little more flat, almost cartoonish. So I'll leave that as it is. I'll click OK. That's the look I'm going for. And what I'm going to do now is remove the background from this photo here. Now there's a variety of different ways that you can remove the background. You can select by color. You can use the fuzzy select tool. You can use the paths tool. I have an entire tutorial about how to remove a background from a photo using GIMP, so I'm not going to rehash all of that in this video. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this background really quick using the paths tool. Okay, so as you can see here, I have finished removing the subject from its background. Again, if you need help doing this, I have a tutorial where I go over 5 different ways to delete a background from an image. I'll have that linked in the description of the video if you need help with that. What I want to do now is place this on my background. So I'm going to open up my background image I have opened up here on my other screen. I'm just going to right-click that and open it with GIMP. And this is just a vector skyline image that I downloaded from the internet. And I'm just going to use this as my background. But I want to make this, I'm going to give this sort of like a yellow-orange overlay to make it a little more reminiscent of Los Santos. So let me first remove the saturation from the image. I'll go to Colors, Saturation, bring that all the way down, click OK. And now I want to set the foreground and the background color to a gradient that I'm going to use, or 2 different colors for a gradient that I'm going to create from them. So let me click on the foreground color. I'm going to use a shade of pink for this. And I'll click on the background color. I'm going to use a shade of yellow for that. And now I'm going to create a new layer on top of this layer. So let me click on the button that says Create a New Layer and Edit to the Image. Click OK to leave the defaults. And I want to set this layer mode, the blend mode, to soft light. And now I'm going to grab the gradient tool. From the gradient settings, I want to have foreground to background, as you can see here. And I want to use a linear gradient. And from there, I'll just click and drag this upward like that. And there you go. That's what I'm looking for. So let me come back over here to my photo. I'm going to edit, click on Edit, Copy Visible. Come back over here and go to Edit, Paste As, New Layer, and paste that onto the image. So if you'd like to add the text to go along with this design, I'll go over that next. Otherwise, you can stop watching the video here. You're done. So let me set the foreground and the background back to black and white, the original. I'm going to grab the text tool. Actually, no, first let me reverse that so that the foreground is white and the background is black. Then I'll grab the text tool, and the font that I'm using here for this is called Price Down Heavy. So I'll click on that. I'm going to click on the canvas to generate some text, and I'm just going to write GIMP. Now this is white on a really light background, so it might be tough to see. Let me bring the size of this up. There we go. And I'm just going to duplicate that layer right there where it says GIMP. Click the button that says Create a Duplicate of the layer and add it to the image. I'm going to take that duplicate and bring it down here, and I'm going to go back to the text tool, and I'm going to make this say tutorial. Now let me grab the move tool. I'm just going to stack these letters up on top of each other. I'm going to place it so that it looks like the P and the T are connected together. So let me just stack them next to each other like that. There we go. Now I want to merge those layers together, so I'll just click on the word tutorial up here, right click that, and go to merge down. There it is. And now I'm going to create a new layer behind it, because I'm going to add that black outline. So I'm going to click on the add a new layer, create a new layer, and add to the image. Click OK. Take this new layer and position it beneath the word. Then right click on the word layer and go to Alpha to Selection. Then click on the layer beneath it that we just created and go to Select, Grow. And I'm going to grow this by 25 pixels. Click OK. And again, the amount of pixels you should grow it by depends on the size of your image. This is a fairly large image here that I'm working with. So this general size right here, this thickness is what we're looking for. So somewhere thereabouts. For you, it may have to be 10 pixels or maybe even more, like 50 pixels. So just try different sizes and see what works. This is what we're going for generally though. So let me fill that in with black or the background color here. I'll go to edit, fill with background color. There we go. Select none. Let me zoom out. And there you go. That should do it for this tutorial. That's how you can take a photograph and create this GTA loading screen using GIMP. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And as always, thanks for watching.